So you know when you're watching Monday Night Football and you're yelling at the TV for the quarterback to hit the open man, but he keeps running the ball and you're left with a fourth down punt? That was me last night yelling at Trump, who failed to connect on a golden, repeated opportunity: the emails. Example, when the topic of cybersecurity arose, Trump simply agreed with his nemesis and said that it was important, when he should have said, "How can you take advice on cybersecurity from someone who kept a server in her bathroom?" Boom. Or when birtherism came up, he could have said, "Who cares? By the way, didn't Mr. Obama use a pseudonym when emailing you on your private server in your bathroom?" And when asked about your tax returns, why not say, "My accountant pleads the fifth, just like Cheryl Mills did over your private server, which you keep in the bathroom?" See, every response should lead back to that scandal. Instead, the less prepared Donald gave her a pass on the thing that relentlessly exposes her as unworthy of America's trust. People don't trust her, so you need to remind them that she's as trustworthy with our secrets as her husband is with our strippers. But Trump, missing a succulent opportunity, just won't let you root for him. No wonder Hillary was grinning like Chairman Mao on ecstasy.
Oh, my gosh.
Did anybody see that debate last night? Oh, yes.
Oh, no. Maybe next time, Donald. You know, Kimberly, he did say that well, here's a shot of him complaining, sound on tape, I'm sorry, jargon, of Donald Trump, critical of Lester Holt for not bringing up the emails.
Okay.
He didn't ask her about the emails at all. He didn't ask her about her scandals. He didn't ask her about the Benghazi deal that she destroyed. He didn't ask her about a lot of things that she should have been asked about. I mean, you know, there's no question about it.
Why do you think that is?
About her foundation. Why? I don't know. I mean, you know, I didn't think he did a bad job.
He could have, but the thing is, if Mr. Holt didn't bring it up, Mr. Trump could have, right? He's not shy.
Yes, God helps those who help themselves. So
that's the word.
God?
I was.
Help. Yes. Okay. Glad that worked for you.
He just had his epiphany.
Oh, my goodness. Now it all makes sense.
Okay.
He's going to be so happy.
Exactly.
Yes,
But yes, you've got to take those opportunities. And listen, we've heard how many times, like the public speaking opportunities, all the Trump rallies where he smashes it, right? He just leaves like nothing uncovered. He just goes after her with like a tenacity and a focus, and he just brings it all on. I feel there that he was more trying to be, professional, do the debate in the format it was supposed to be, make sure that he wasn't in any way insulting to her, and make sure that he came off as presidential. Yeah. But also at the same time, you don't want to waste those opportunities to hit it and hit it hard and do a pivot if you've got a question, and then bring in something that's on your list in your mind of 5 things you got to make sure that before that night is over, you have hit her on Benghazi, you have hit her hard the way you want to on emails, and just turn it.
And can I dovetail on that? And that comes with experience, right? I mean, when you have 17 or 15 or 12 or 5 people on the stage, you don't necessarily have to work it in that way. Right. You can wait, you can lay back, figure it out, but you have to be able to do it on the fly. You have to do it fast, right? But also, when you have a moderator who asks questions like your tax returns, questions like the birth certificate issue, and questions like what you've said about Mrs. Clinton's looks, and then leaves off things like the Clinton Foundation or Benghazi or your health or your husband's philandering or deplorables, and never gets to those, it's a little hard. You spend a lot of time defending, not a lot of time on offense.
Well, I mean, it's a good point in the sense that if somebody reminds you of something, you will say it, and so she's reminded. She's reminded. Oh, I can say this, but he like deplorables, emails, Clinton Foundation. Those are fat pitches for him.
Well, there's 2 things. I think she missed something and he missed something, and I also, let me tell you about deplorables. I think the reason that he didn't bring it up is that in this weird election that we have, apparently, based on that Wall Street Journal NBC poll from last week, deplorables actually stuck to him worse than it did to her. So trotting over that ground probably was not the best thing. So I think maybe they've decided that's not the thing they want to talk about. He missed an opportunity, big one, and Republicans everywhere are missing it. It's Obamacare.
Oh, yeah.
The death spiral has begun across the country. I mean, that hits the middle class. She could have brought up Trump University, and she didn't. So everybody has.
Because she didn't bring it up because then he could have brought up Clinton Foundation.
And then she's like CGI. She's like, well, what about your charitable giving? And
That
they
would
just
have
like
been
cancel
great.
each other out.
That's the debate.
The race to the bottom.
You know what struck
Someone's
me
going to win it.
was at one point she said to him, in terms of that birther stuff, that this
Yeah.
is a man who has practiced racism, right? And she said it twice. And I've never seen a white politician on such a major stage say to another white politician, you have been practicing racist behavior and going after. And then when he tried to get out and say, well, I got him to produce it. I actually helped the president because I got the president to produce his birth certificate. I was like, what is this going on?
He should have gone. You know what real racism, Mrs. Clinton?
Well, he could have
is
come
the
back.
1992 crime bill, which ended up
he
incarcerating
could have.
more
He
did land that on her.
African-Americans.
But he
Super
didn't,
Bowl.
he
But
didn't
he could have
respond
done
to
it
the
right there.
charge
That
of
was the time
racism.
to do it. There
Well,
was
it could have
no
been,
way.
but something. But he never responded to it. In fact, when he was asked about, how you heal racial tensions in a society, he says, "What? Nothing. I can't do anything about it."
You know what? I have to give him credit. That took serious stones to say, like, bringing up the birther issue helped President Obama. That's like a guy.
That's unbelievable.
It's like a guy running over your dog and going, you know what? Just think about how much money you are going to save on pet food.
How much free time you're going to have.
Yes. I'm not against running over dogs, by the way.
In favor.
I'm in
Not in
favor. I'm not in favor.
Oh my God.
I'm not in favor.
Heat is on you now.
Uh-oh. Anyway, don't go away. If you leave now, you're going to miss the one and only Brit Hume. He's going to join us for more debate analysis next.